Good.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Chuck Bain, and it is my honor to serve both as the director of the Wyoming Law Enforcement Academy and your MC for today's ceremony. Due to the Academy's COVID protocols, we are unable to support a full on-site graduation ceremony. However, we are live streaming this ceremony today over the Academy's YouTube channel. We extend our welcome to families, friends, colleagues, and administrators who are viewing us today as we celebrate the graduation of this basic class. At this time, I would ask the members that are here on site to stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. The class has selected the military veterans within this class to lead us in the pledge. Veterans, would you please come?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would now like to ask Staff Instructor Warren Steele to come forward to deliver today's invocation.
Bow your heads in prayer. Dear gracious Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this day that you've given us. Help us to rejoice and be glad in it. Lord, I just ask that your presence would be here today as we celebrate the graduation of these students. Lord, I just ask that your blessing would be upon them as they return home to their families and to their jobs as they serve their communities. I ask that you would always keep them and their families safe and protected. In Jesus' name, amen.
Again, welcome to the graduation ceremony of Detention Officer Basic Class 20C97. That number does have some meaning. 20 is the year, C indicates it's the third Detention Officer Basic Class of 2020, and 97 denotes that this is the 97th graduating Detention Officer Basic Class from our Academy. It's hard for me to believe that in a year's time, next year, we will mark our 100th Detention Officer Basic Class here at the Academy. The Basic Academy graduation is steeped in history and tradition. Veteran detention officers who began their careers in Wyoming and who have graduated from our Academy have shared the same sense of accomplishment and yet maybe the relief that you feel today. Detention Officer Basic Training graduation marks a time of transition as you begin your careers in the field of detention. This transition takes you from being individual contributors to public servants who must now focus on the needs of others and not yourselves. This transition process is not easy. 29 students started this basic class. We have 25 graduating today. You have every right to be proud of your hard work and your accomplishments during these past 8 weeks. At this time, just allow me a moment to introduce a few people that are joining us here today. Off to my right, Executive Director for the Wyoming Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission, Chris Walsh. Deputy Director Jesse Curtis, and Kurt Taboga, Academy Training Manager. Now, no organization can or would be successful without the support from behind the scenes, and our Academy is no exception. These staff members are what makes basic training possible and highly effective. As I speak to you this morning, 3 of our most vital service sections remain at work elsewhere in the facility. It is their collective efforts that contribute and ensure the quality of today's ceremony. These sections include food service, the custodial, and maintenance staff. Even though they can't be here with us this morning, would you please join me in a round of applause for their hard work and dedication. known for their dedication and their efficiency. Without them, we could not accomplish our mission. Could I ask the members of the office team that are with us today to please stand and be recognized? The last section that is here and part of today's ceremony is the instructional staff. Whatever you may have heard about them, this group and their pride, their enthusiasm for their jobs, and their dedication to the students that they train is second to none. They not only instruct in a wide variety of subjects, they also serve as team leaders, coaches, and coordinators. The instructional staff that's here today, would you please stand and be recognized? At this point in the ceremony, I want to send out our appreciation to the county sheriffs and their staff who are represented by your basic students today. Thank you, sheriffs and your staff, for your continued support of these students and the support of our academy. Now, as usual, there are individuals within a class who go above and beyond. At this time, we want to give special recognition to those deputies who have achieved distinction in this basic course. Instructor Warren Steele, would you please come forward to present the Physical Fitness Award?
Thank you, Director. During basic training, the students attend 36 hours of fitness instruction. These training sessions include aerobic, anaerobic, and core strength building circuit training. They're involved in student-led PT sessions. The students are tested physically from the moment they arrive until their final PT assessment. Each assessment includes their maximum number of push-ups and sit-ups in 1 minute, as well as their time on a 1.5-mile run. The top PT award goes to the student who has the highest cumulative percentile score during the final PT assessment, based on both age and gender. The Physical Fitness Award winner completed the following: 49 sit-ups in 60 seconds, 64 push-ups in 60 seconds, and 1.5 miles in 11 minutes, 21 seconds. The Physical Fitness Award for Detention Officer Basic 20C97 goes to Deputy Nadia Armbruster from the Teton County Sheriff's Office. Mr. Millick, would you please come forward to give recognition to those who excel in firearms?
Thank you, Mr. Steele. To prepare for final proficiency scores, Detention Officer Basic students shoot approximately 1,000 handgun rounds at distances of 3 to 15 yards. In order for a student to achieve certification, they must shoot a minimum proficiency score of 80% with their handgun. The WLEA Top Gun Award is given in recognition of an individual's outstanding performance and dedication to firearms excellence. The top shooter in this class shot 99% with their handgun. The WLEA Top Gun Award for Detention Officer Basic 20C97 goes to Deputy Thaddeus Rowney from the Fremont County Sheriff's Office. Mr. Walls, would you please come forward to give recognition to those who excel in academics?
Thank you, Mr. Millick. The Students are tested continuously as they progress through basic training. They must meet established minimum requirements in order to receive their certificate of successful completion. Specifically, they must pass 4 examinations totaling 365 questions. Would the following students please stand to be recognized for their academic achievements? Griffin Buddy from the Laramie County Sheriff's Office. Joseph Platt from the Uintah County Sheriff's Office. The top academic award goes to the student who achieved the highest academic cumulative average throughout the Detention Officer Basic. The top academic student in this class had an average of 96.44% over the course of basic training. Out of 365 total questions, this deputy answered 352 correctly. The academic award for Detention Officer Basic 20C97 goes to Deputy Joseph Platt from the Uintah County Sheriff's Office. Congratulations. This time, I'd like to present the class speaker for Detention Officer Basic C97 is Kurt Lubin from the Campbell County Sheriff's Office.
Before I begin today, I'd like to invite up Nadia Armbruster. She's a deputy from Teton County to come up and tell you about our class gift that we put together during basic.
Good morning. For our class project, we decided to make a donation to the community. So Deputy Lubin knew a pastor from Lighthouse Church, and he knew a family that needed help with medical expenses, and so the following video will show us giving that check to the pastor.
This is Pastor John Byerly from Lighthouse Church here in Douglas, Wyoming. I'd like to thank him for helping us identify a local family here that is just experiencing some difficulties in this holiday season. So as a Detention Officer Basic 20C97, we raised some funds to be able to support this family. So thank you for all your help, and just let them know that we're praying for them, and our thoughts and prayers are with them through this whole ordeal. So appreciate it. Thank you guys. Absolutely. I'd like to begin this morning by thanking my classmates for the opportunity to give the speech today, although I think I was voluntold more than anything to be up here. Personally, I don't think that anybody in class really wanted to take the chance of being tased by one of the instructors by going off script, but we'll see. All jokes aside, on behalf of Detention Officer Basic Class 20C97, I'd like to begin by thanking some people. First off, thank you to the entire staff here at the Wyoming Law Enforcement Academy, whether it be the director, training officers, or support staff. We thank you for your commitment to excellence in making this a place where we can come and focus our efforts on the task at hand and build a more solid foundation for our law enforcement careers. Thank you, friends and family members, for your ongoing support and help in making this time away as painless as possible as we pursue this vocation that many overlook or take for granted. And finally, thank you, fellow officers in the field, for paving the way and making the sacrifice to serve and protect the people of our great nation. As I've already stated, we've chosen a rather thankless position that many take for granted. I don't recall watching too many police shows that have focus on the detention setting, although countless friends frequently ask me how closely my new job resembles the police academy movies, to which I sarcastically reply, oh, they nailed it right on the head. Nonetheless, here we are, ready to begin, or for many of us, continue our work with those who have made poor choices that place them in our custody. For some of us, This position may be a stepping stone that leads to patrolling the streets, while for others, this may be our best suited niche. Either way, this is just the beginning, and we need to be committed to be the best we can be wherever we are, for ourselves, our fellow officers, our communities, and our families. This commitment I speak of is not only to the job. We need to be committed in every aspect of our lives and with whom we share it. We can and should be making a positive difference in the lives of everyone with whom we come into contact. Not having had a history in the military, I often struggle to understand the camaraderie that comes with serving together. Law enforcement has a way of bringing officers together in a brotherhood that many don't and really can't understand. There's a lot of talk about backing the blue from civilians, but unless you're shoulder to shoulder together in the trenches, you'll never truly know what that means. While we are physically committed to having one another's backs between the detention walls, I believe even more importantly, we have committed to serve and protect one another outside as well. Fellow officers, please make the time to listen and care for your colleagues. By doing this, you'll make a difference in their professional and personal lives as well. Research from a study back in 2016 at Stanford University has shown that complaining shrinks the hippocampus. This is the area of the brain that's critical to problem solving and intelligent thought. In fact, they found that just a half an hour of complaining every day physically damages a person's brain. According to this research, those of you who know me can attest that I can't afford to be doing a whole lot of complaining. I need all the help and support I can get to stay positive in what many consider to be a very negative environment. Yes, we are dealing with criminals, but it doesn't have to be doom and gloom. Choose your attitude, focus on the positive, and make a difference. Our communities don't just know us as law enforcement when we're in uniform. We're always on the clock, with eyes watching and analyzing our every move. We need to stay vigilant and supportive of each other to hold fast to the oath we took as peace officers, not only in public, but also in our homes. While we have a brotherhood at work, law enforcement can be especially taxing on those we love the most. We spend long hours with our work family who understands the job and challenges that come with it. But we also have innocent lives beyond the watchtower who depend on us to be the husband, father, son, friend. You fill in the blank for yourselves. Those people that they've always loved us and known us to be. We need to keep our commitments at home to help stay balanced in remembering the good in the world. Today's best way of showing someone you love them is by making time for them. This takes intentionality. Don't take what I'm about to say the wrong way, but dads, date your daughters. Give them an example of a man that they can love and look up to so that they aren't visiting their boyfriends on Telme. The same goes for moms and sons. Take time to show them what it means to be a respectful man or woman in our society today. And if you're married, love your spouse as an example to your children and others to help them become the best husband or wife they can be. Make a difference in the lives of the ones you love. So in closing, be committed wherever you are to whatever you're doing and whomever you're with. As we focus our commitments to one another and keep our priorities in check, we can not only be great at what we do, we can also be difference makers in the process. Remember, this is just the beginning. Develop what you have learned. Be proud of the badge you wear, and especially the person looking back at you in the mirror. May the Lord bless us as we continue in our careers, that we might use that blessing to bless others. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Lubin, for your words here today, and thank you, class, for your project and your contribution to the family here in our community. And now to our final award. In every class, there are those students who are willing to distinguish themselves by their exemplary work and efforts. They strive to become the best of the best within this class and their chosen profession. As a form of recognition for the one student who continually performed to their best of their abilities, the Academy has established the Undergraduate Award. At this time, Mr. Taboga and Mr. Waltz, will you please come forward to give recognition to those students who have been nominated for this award.
Thank you, Director Bain. The Undergraduate Award is the highest honor the Academy presents to a student graduating from the Wyoming Law Enforcement Basic Course. In order to be eligible to receive this award, a student must be nominated by a member of the instructional staff. It is not a popularity contest, and it is an honor just to be nominated. Once the officer is nominated, a very comprehensive and objective point system is used to assess the nominee's performance while attending the basic. The specific areas evaluated are the student's academic scores, proficiency in firearms, custody control, and physical fitness. In addition, the students are assessed in the following 6 areas of professional citizenship: leadership, effort, cooperation, initiative, attitude, and improvement. The following individuals, when I call your name, please come up and receive your award for being nominated. From the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, Deputy James Kassan. From the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Garrett Agner. From the Johnson County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Christopher Thomas. And lastly, from the Uinta County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Joseph Platt. Can we have a round of applause for the nominees? The Undergraduate Award recognizes the one student in each basic class who exemplifies the attributes of a professional detention officer and who performed exceptionally in all phases of the training. In addition to receiving a plaque, and with the intent to encourage the recipient beyond today's recognition, the honor graduate will receive a $500 scholarship for any advanced training offered here at the Wyoming Law Enforcement Academy. It is a long-standing tradition that the audience stand while the Honor Graduate Award is being presented, so would you please stand up? Ladies and gentlemen, the Honor Graduate Award for Detention Officer Basic 20C 97 goes to Joseph Platt from the Uinta County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Director Curtis, would you please come forward to issue graduation certificates?
Thank you, Mr. Paloga. All of the staff here at WLA congratulate you, Detention Officer Basic 20C-97, for completing your basic training. We started this journey just a few short weeks ago, and today we have arrived. On behalf of the class and the Academy staff, we would like to thank the many Wyoming law enforcement agencies and associations across the state who partner with us to provide the best training possible so that these new officers have what they need to do their jobs competently, reasonably, and safely. The Wyoming Association of Sheriffs and Chiefs of Police, the Wyoming Peace Officers Association, the Wyoming Law Enforcement Chaplains Association, and the Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission are a few of the many who regularly devote expertise, financial assistance, and manpower to assist us in accomplishing our mission. We thank you. The Academy would also like to recognize the families of these men and women who themselves willingly sacrifice in 1,000 ways that most people don't even understand, so that their loved one can go out and defend their community. The family events, the schedules, the chores, the missed moments, the anxiety over that potential for that phone call, the pain of watching your officer come home suffering from seeing the unimaginable. You do this willingly, not just once, not just for a time, but every day your loved one puts on that uniform. They cannot do what they do without you. You took care of these things, of things these last several weeks so your loved one could be here and study their craft. We see you, we thank you for your sacrifice, and we appreciate you. Detention Officer Basic 20C-97, the time has come. You have spent the last several weeks constantly engaged in activities that forced you to face adversity you didn't ask for, reconcile failures that were often quickly pointed out to you, recognize successes that no one else seemed to notice, deal with boredom, deal with people, solve countless problems, and at times struggle to see the purpose in it all. And despite all of that, you have arrived here today. You have achieved. You have earned your place in our profession. You learned from your failures and built on your successes. You found peace and rest in boredom. You figured out that people can be incredibly beautiful and unimaginably horrible, and sometimes during the same call. And while each of you have your own reasons for becoming an officer, it is our hope that you caught a glimpse of the purpose of our profession: to protect others, to serve others, and to sacrifice for others. To willingly step into that arena each day and fight the dragons that many times society cannot even bring themselves to look upon. It is a calling, it is a hard calling, sometimes a thankless and brutal calling, but it is also the most noble and precious of callings, accepted each day by men and women of high honor who love their communities and choose to act. We are proud of you for accepting that calling. Our challenge to each of you now is to take the greatest care in preserving the honor of our calling and our profession. Our free society depends on you doing so well. Director Bain, I recommend the awarding of certificates of successful completion for Wyoming P.O.S.T approved 298-hour Detention Officer Basic Course 20C-97. From the Teton County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Nadia L. Armbruster. From the Hot Springs County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Victor Barnett. From the Niobrara County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Derek A. Bolts. From the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Griffin J. Buddy. the Fremont County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Matthew J. Butler. From the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Brittany A. Drew. From the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Garrett B. Eggener. From the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Jessica L. Flick. From the Natrona County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Steve Gonzalez. From the Albany County Sheriff's Office, Deputy James A. Hanover. From the Natrona County Sheriff's Office, Deputy John Hassel. From the Campbell County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Jonathan Herman. From the Sweetwater County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Crystal M. Hassel. From the Campbell County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Wanatia Giratea Calhoun. From the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, Deputy James D. Casson. From the Natrona County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Quentin W. Keefley. From the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Tyler J. Latau. From the Campbell County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Kurt M. Lubin. From the Campbell County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Aspen T. Naylor. From the Uintah County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Joseph E. Platt. From the Fremont County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Thaddeus C. Browning. From the Sweetwater County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Anna K. Tesler. From the Johnston County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Christopher C. Thomas. From the Fremont County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Michael L. Treherne. And from the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Thomas J. Wildinger.
Earlier this morning, when instructional staff shared their final words of wisdom to the graduates, I told them that I would withhold my comments until later, and we've reached that time. Words mean everything to us in law enforcement. For example, the difference between may and shall have significant difference in statutes. Merely changing the word or to an and within a sentence has dramatic impact within the elements of a crime. Specific words such as high morals, solid character, and unwavering integrity are often used to describe the requirements of detention officers in both their professional and personal life. Words matter. But isn't it ironic that these words describe critical elements of a detention officer, but which are not taught here at the Academy? We've taught you skills, processes, laws, procedures. We cannot, however, teach you morality. We cannot teach you integrity. We cannot teach honesty or character. We've done our best to show you their importance, and we have discussed the tragic consequences when they are lacking. But ultimately, the values that you possessed are that when you came here on your first day of basic are those that will be the most important. I encourage you to expend as much effort maintaining your character as you did learning the skills taught here at the Academy. Law enforcement is constantly under a watchful eye from the public, and rightly so, largely due to ethical lapses of only a few officers. I think Abigail Van Buren had detention officers in mind when she said, "The best index to a person's character is how he treats people who can't do him any good, and how he treats people who can't fight back." When one officer chooses a path of negative actions or behaviors, that choice often affects all of us. That poor choice may very well tarnish the badge that many have worked so hard to hold true. So now, as a public affirmation of your commitment to uphold the high standards required of our law enforcement profession, I'm asking you now in front of your families, colleagues, administrators, guests, staff instructors to submit to the law enforcement oath of honor. I'm going to also ask our Academy staff instructors to come join me in front to participate together with our state's newest officers to profess their commitment to perform their jobs ethically, honorably, and with integrity. Gentlemen. Graduates, at this time, I would invite you to please stand. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. On my honor.
On my honor.
I will never betray my badge.
I will never betray my badge.
My character.
My character.
My integrity.
My integrity.
Nor the public trust.
Nor the public trust.
I will always have the courage.
I will always have the courage.
To uphold the Constitution.
To uphold the Constitution.
And the community I serve.
And the community I serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the graduates of Detention Officer Basic 20C97. This is going to conclude our ceremony. Thank you, everybody here in the Internet Lounge, for joining us this morning. Graduates, God bless each and every one of you. Travel safely.